So Kenji was one of the first guys I watched. Like one of the first male VTubers, let's say. And I used to watch some of his content back then, and he's one of the very few male VTubers that inspired me to also do VTubing. Aside from all the fucking other women and whatnot. But yeah. Love you're just chatting background. Yeah. Oh. Wait, are you talking about the debut background? Yeah, no. Okay. Hold on. I also forgot to change. Do we have to change the stream info? Nah, not really. All right, let's get to it. Let's get into it.
Kenji made a tweet talking about how he was doxxed by this person named Dove. And even though this is an event that happened 2 years ago, the reason why it's being brought back up again is because he was told by his friend Phoenix that Dove was bragging about doxing Kenji and downplaying the severity it was. Kenji...
What the fuck? Hold on. So, it was something that happened 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And... Again? God damn. I know Kenji pisses a lot of people off, but again?
He posted a screenshot of a DM from a hate group that Dove was a part of where they were all talking crap about Kenji. And this caused a massive uproar in the
my
VTubing
God.
scene because when it comes to VTubers and their privacy, any information leaking that could be considered an invasion of that VTuber's privacy gets labeled as doxing. Now that might sound...
Okay, yeah, okay, this is true. You guys might be confused with this one as well, right? Like, how is doxing and whatnot? How is this declared as doxing? Again, as a VTuber, our own identities, our real life identities are never meant to be leaked. They are never meant to be shared. Not even a single bit of it is meant to be out there. You could say your age, which is normal. Usually every VTuber's age is thrown out there because, you know, I don't fucking know, legal reasons or whatnot. That's all I'm assuming. But you cannot throw your name. You cannot throw your location. Your location's kind of fine. You can say you're in Canada or USA, but you can't be specific. Just don't show any bit of yourself. That's it. Any bit of your personal life, don't show it, or else people will try to dox you. Do not be banned for underage game. I don't know. I honestly don't know about that. I honestly don't know.
Sound odd, but there are a lot of people who will just casually dox a VTuber because they simply don't understand the importance of anonymity in VTuber culture.
This is true. Again, when you're streaming as a VTuber, you paint a picture and an imagination in people's heads. And those people will always follow you as that imagination or that picture that you have painted in their heads. You cannot show them what you look like at all, or else that picture or painting gets absolutely destroyed.
And this is what Dove tried saying in her apology document, which before she even wrote that, she first made this tweet here talking about how she understands if no one ends up supporting her anymore after Kenji's call-out post, and then shortly privated her account because she got a massive influx of hate comments from Kenji's community when he had made his call-out post. But after a day, she unprivate her account to leave a formal Twitter apology where she claims how sorry she is and that she didn't realize the severity of her actions. And now
okay. Severity of your actions. You need to understand that VTubing in general, it's something that everyone understands. Even if you're applying if you're becoming a VTuber, you need to understand that you are not supposed to be showing any bit of your identity. And if another VTuber shares their identity with you, then by all means, leave their information be. That's cool. Like, maybe you're just trying to get to know each other more. Maybe you're just close friends or whatnot. Understandable. But it's common sense not to give anyone's information to another person that they don't know themselves. Don't give people's information away, period. Things.
So much to improve herself as a person, and now that she understands the importance to not do things like contacting a content creator's family member and finding their Instagram.
What? No! Do you what? sorry that I literally froze right there. I literally put my face over my fucking face. You what? You contact? No fucking way. You fucking contact.
Of their VTuber's face without consent. Now, while people were freaking out over Dove's apology, every member from the Mofongo Boys VTuber group released their own tweets and statements talking about how they were not involved with the doxing, how many of them had no idea that any of this was going on. And I want you to remember this bit of information because it's going to come up again later in this video. Because after the Mofongo Boys released their statements, everyone in the VTubing scene started coming out to talk about their experiences with Dove and how they're all cutting ties with her. And this post here exposes Dove even more by poking holes in her apology document. What really interested me most about this document was the fact that they had pointed out that Dove was very much aware of what she was doing and that her trying to dox Kenji was in fact
the exposes
all this information about Kenji, but in Upa's document, they revealed the fact that Dove was Kenji's mod, who got upset that he modded her due to conflicts within the Discord, and then out of retaliation, Dove doxed Kenji, and then went on.
Okay. Oh. No, don't. Okay. No. Night, right? Night, come here. Night, listen. Listen. Wait. When I modded you, right? When I modded you in my Discord, I absolutely have, like, just so you know, it was because you respect the community and you absolutely respect me as a fucking VTuber and whatnot, right? You absolutely love this. You absolutely love what I'm doing, right? And however, you need to understand. I hope you mods understand that I am never going to share my personal information with anyone. Like, maybe excuse me, maybe if I'm very popular and I get to see like other super popular VTubers, sure. Well, like maybe exchange a few tiny things, but fuck no, never ever share your identity, name, or anything. Even if you're moderators, they're your moderators. They're people again, there's a golden rule: treat people with respect the way that you want to be treated with respect. Don't fucking show any bit of your information, or else shit like this will happen. Again, you need to look outside of the box. Anything could fucking happen. Kenji, I love you, man, but please be careful with who you share your information with.
Twitter to spew this abstract web of lies conflicting with everything she said in her own apology document, and these claims are backed up with various screenshots of Dove's DMs with other members, one of them being this person named Hayate, who had made their own expose tweet talking about their experiences with Dove and how she tried to manipulate them by framing Kenji as this evil manipulator. But all
that's not a surprise.
The moment Kenji made his call-out tweet and everyone else on Twitter started coming out about their own experiences with Dove. Now here's the weird thing about this entire situation.
So Dove.
Never even heard of Dove before, and I don't remember Kenji calling this person out 2 years ago. But
I don't know Dove as well.
Connected she was with all of these other creators makes me start to question, why did all of these big VTubers decide to stay friends with Dove, knowing about the situation that had happened with her doxing Kenji? Hi, Future Mario here, editing this video, and shortly after I ended my live stream, Kenji had apparently been streaming the exact same time and revealed some incredibly disturbing information about this situation.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna call Kage. I want to see what his why he was even in these group chats, bro. Oh yeah, go crazy.
I forgot Kenji likes to sometimes fuck around and just whip out crazy weird models like this.
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good, bro. Question: why is Maki sending me screenshots of you and Dove and all these other people talking shit behind the scenes?
All right,
plotting to cancel me.
No, yeah, again, what I did was absolutely horrendous. I really wanted to, like, you know, I did.
Why did it take you so long to cut off Dove?
Oh, yeah. So about cutting off Dove, after that, I realized my actions of what I did, right? And I wanted to better myself. And
I left. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Yeah. Sounds like a bunch of fucking excuses, Chief. Sounds like a bunch of fucking excuses. Holy shit. That's it. Everything. Everything. The tone behind his voice, the way he was talking, every tone, everything he was saying there, he was fully aware of what he did. He was fully aware of what he did, and he's like, yeah, I just can't. Sorry, man. Yeah. What the fuck, bro? You cannot just pretend that you are like, yeah, sure, I made the mistake. I made a mistake. Sorry, bro. Yeah. Really? You were fucking aware of it. And now he's like trying to put a fucking blanket over it and be like, yeah, no, it's okay though. All the end of the day, bro, your fucking tone shows like 1,000 fucking red flags. A fucking 1,000. Kenji's monologue just gives a fuck's given 0 C. It really does. Again, Kenji is pretty based.
After this public expose on Kenji's live stream, Rikami had to end his stream in tears, expressing how he didn't know about any of this and how heartbroken he was to find out about everything that had happened. In fact, he released his own video the other day to give his thoughts about the entire situation. Meanwhile, it's unclear where Phoenix is going to be heading after all of this, but he did release a statement because Kenji calling him out for fence sitting on his live stream is, well, something that he's gonna have to live with for the rest of his life if he wants to come back into VTubing. Dove released a very long statement announcing her departure from VTubing, and looking at the ratio between the bookmarks versus the likes, I think we can all agree that this was to be expected after all of this. But what took me by surprise was seeing Kage canceling himself by removing all of his YouTube videos.
Oh boy.
Valid for his feelings. I don't.
Oh, come on.
I don't want you to forgive me.
Oh, come on.
Privating his Twitter.
Okay, for fuck's sakes. I don't have the full information to this. I do not. I cannot understand what the... Okay. I don't want to judge these people right away. I really don't. The reason why is because I don't entirely understand the situation, or I don't entirely understand what it's like to be like high up in there and suddenly you just have to throw everything down because of this bullshit. I can't understand. Like, what? Hold on, let me rewind. What happened with this guy?
I think we can all agree that this was to be expected after all of this.
Yeah. Deletes all her content, yada yada.
Kage canceling himself by removing
Kage. I've heard of Kage like once or a few times.
all of his YouTube videos.
100% valid for his feelings.
It's rid of his...
I don't.
Again, I don't have all the information to this. See, this guy is just sobbing on stream. Okay, one of the worst things... let me give you guys a small lesson here. One of the worst things that you can do is make an apology video or an apology stream. The reason why I say this, maybe it's the right thing to do. Maybe it's the right thing to do. Maybe it's something that your viewers want to see. Sure, I get it. Maybe it's something that your community wants to hear. I get it. But when you do a apology stream, majority of the time, it goes to... The reason why you kind of want to avoid doing apology streams and let just things quiet down a bit is because there will be thousands, and I mean thousands of people all over the YouTube platform, all over Twitch, who will judge you for it. And that judgment can go either the correct direction or it can go the negative direction. Again, though, I can't really throw anything on here because I don't know myself. Again, I'm pretty low end myself. I'm at the low end. I only got a few. I only got a few fucking viewers and whatnot. My community just got started. I'm still starting out stuff, and sometimes I just act like I know this stuff. But honestly, it's just what I'm witnessing. It's what I'm witnessing, and it's the mistakes I'm not trying to make. This is the stuff that helps me learn what to avoid. Makes apology stream self-exact. Yeah.
I don't want you to forgive me. I really don't. I feel like I deserve this.
Privating his Twitter account.
You never deserve anything. Honestly, quote unquote deserve. Just depends. Just depends what the fuck ever happens to you. It never say I deserve this. Never say it. Never say that. It just makes you look more terrible.
And going radio silent because he very well could have kept posting videos on YouTube and nobody would really pay that much attention to him because not everyone on YouTube is aware of the situation and he already had a pretty established fan base on there. But I think it's safe to say that the Mofongo boys are done and all of the other participants of that hate group DM have severely damaged their reputation because of the screenshots that were shown, and we all now know the terrible things that they were saying and planning of canceling Kenji and how long this has been going on. And then to put the cherry on top, they also got kicked out of Offkai, which makes sense because the convention is trying to maintain their reputation since a lot of the Hololive girls are attending there, and anyone
Ouch! Ouch! Oh! You fucked up. What is that? A partner? I don't know. I don't know much, but you fucked that up. I should not laugh at that. I really should not laugh at that. But oof, that has to fucking hurt. Oh, big opportunity wasted.
This is a terrible situation that had occurred, and regardless of how problematic some of these people think that Kenji is, because there were a lot of people on Twitter saying Kenji deserved to get doxxed, which is a very crazy twist because nobody deserves to get doxxed. And
this is true. I mean, let's be honest here. If someone does something absolutely like inhumane or absolutely stupid on YouTube or any online platform, the platform will take them down. Or on the other side, the world will hate them. I mean, hey, look at Mini Lad. I know we just watched him yesterday and whatnot, but hey. Oh boy.
Well, hopefully Kenji and everyone else involved have finally learned the severity of the situation.
Oh yeah, no shit.
Any little or big personal details about the person behind the VTuber avatar without consent is considered doxing. And that in itself is very dangerous information to be spreading around. But you know, I think there's an even more difficult reality that a lot of us are starting to come to terms with out of this entire situation because Kenji hosting one of the biggest callouts in a live stream and damaging the reputation of a big VTuber group isn't even the scariest thing to learn about this entire situation. The scariest thing is that hate groups and these targeted doxing and cancellations have been happening and have existed in the VTubing community for a very long time.
This is true. This is true, unfortunately. Again, remember how I don't know if you do give out info to those guys like me and Warrior, that isn't going anywhere. Again, appreciated. Listen, you guys need to know about me personally is that there, let's just say, okay, let's say there's a box of secrets, all right? There's a box of secrets, and these box of secrets are secrets that do not involve like my identity and whatnot. They just involve general stuff I usually don't say. Like let's say I think the world is just better to be on fire, and I don't state that. Let's just say I decided to say I don't like VTubing. VTubing sucks, and I just keep that a secret. And let's just say I gave that information out, right, to like as a secret, right? And the reason why, however, I even decided to let that information fly is because I am aware that the secret I have given out could get exposed just for no reason. Maybe it'll happen so suddenly. However, the reason why I decide to even give it out is because even if it does get exposed, nothing terrible will happen. I'm aware of it. If it's, let's say, if I'm giving you like my fucking name, address, or whatever, like fucking that as a secret, oh boy, I'm just playing with fire. I'm playing with my career choice. I'm playing with my life if I do that. So there again, there's stuff that's meant to be kept locked in a chest and meant to be thrown at the fucking bottom of the sea, never to be touched again. You have to, that's something you have to understand.
But this is the biggest one that's been exposed due to how famous all these VTubers were. I'm sure
Yep.
you can imagine how this can look on a much smaller scale where even more petty callouts and hate mobs occur because they're not always happening on Twitter. A lot of content creators
This is
do
true.
very nasty things behind the scenes in order
Okay, okay. Wait. What the fuck were you gonna say? What the shit were you gonna say there?
because they're not always happening on Twitter. A lot of content creators do very nasty things behind the scenes in order to take out their competition.
Huh?
This entire
Huh? Huh? Hold up. I was told about this before. How VTubers will fight against other VTubers just to make sure that they don't rise up to the ranks. This is something I highly despise. I do not see this as a competitive platform. This should not be a competitive platform. This, again, content creating and streaming is all about your passion and for what you want to do and for what kind of dream you want to achieve. Again, I repeat this to myself over and over again. You should not have to compete. If people want to watch you, they'll want to watch you. If people don't want to watch you, don't try to fucking end another streamer's channel or whatever just so their viewers can fucking watch you. That is just fucking selfish. Don't you fucking ever do that shit. Again, this really pisses me off that people will go to whatever kind of height to do this. It's absolutely ridiculous.
because she got a massive influx of hate comments from Kenji's community when he had made his call-out post. But after a day, she unprivated her account to leave a formal Twitter apology where she claims how
Oh shit, I rewinded very far back. My bad.
That doesn't mean that you should be skeptical and in fear of every person you
Hold on.
hate mobs occur because they're not always happening on Twitter. A lot of content creators do very nasty things.
We do get hate though. We've already had a
competition.
Discord raid and
This
whatnot. It's
entire
not surprising.
situation has made a lot of other VTubers voice their fears on wanting to get closer to any other VTubers. And while I agree that people should be careful about who they spend their time with, that doesn't mean that you should be skeptical and in fear of every person you talk to, because there are a lot of good people here in the VTubing scene. Just finding them is the most difficult part. I think it's the biggest lesson that we can learn from what
This is really true. This is really true. Again, when you are when you're diving into, when you're trying to see who is okay to talk to and who you're collabing with, it is super difficult to tell who is not a devil with an angel's mask. That's what I like to call it. It is very difficult to tell who is not a devil behind an angel's mask. That's the best way I like to explain it. A lot of VTubers out there will try to stab you in the back. This is guaranteed. I don't know why this happens. Again, it's why I'm very careful. I mean, again, why do you think I've had a lot of people tell me that, hey, Mono, you should collab, and I'm like, no, I cannot collab. The reason why is because if I try to collab this early on with people who are like starting up like me, I'm not gonna really know if they're a good or a bad person. Again, the people who are high up there in views and whatnot, they're not known as terrible people for a good reason. They knew how to fucking raise themselves correctly. Unless you're watching this video yourself and you know you've done some bad stuff. But you guys know what I mean. That's why I find it really difficult to collab with others.
happened to Kenji is if you're the type of person who is constantly being surprised from all these cancellations and exposés on people that you're friends with, and then you find out that they turn out to be terrible people, then you need to do a better job at paying attention to what your friends are doing.
This is true. You need to be highly aware of how they act, like what kind of behavior they have, and let's just say every time I talk to someone, I'm very observant of what they're saying, what are they doing, what do they think it is okay, and what do they think is not okay. You always need to pay attention to these certain things when you are talking to someone or when you're trying to get connected with someone. So always be careful out there.
Saying you need to like constantly watch what they're doing on social media, but you need to do a better
No, no,
job.
no, 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 no. Don't stalk their social media. Don't stalk their social media. Again, don't. You just need to be aware of what's going on. Sure, check in on it once in a while. Look at the new. Look at their tweets. So like you follow them and whatnot. Just check around. Just check around. Don't join their Discord. That might be a little creepy.
Job at scouting people. And if you know they're doing something terrible, then you need to start holding your friends to be more accountable. Or, you know, just flat out filtering them when you start to notice some red flags. Because the problem is that we give a lot of power to people who have given us many red flags.
This is true.
Malicious intent. But
this is true.
To ignore it. Or maybe we're just not aware of what a red flag is, because in
this
these
is true.
groups, a lot of us want to fit in. And then there's this pure.
And that is why that's true. That's true. A lot of people want to fit in friend groups, and they will be okay with the red flags either way. Again, I like to say I'm a red flag myself. Again, I'm crazy. I'm a fucking lunatic. I'm sometimes insane, and I sometimes step out of the line. However, I am always 100% aware of what I'm doing. Sometimes when I'm in a friend group, I will notice that if something makes someone uncomfortable, I'll literally just flat out ask them. I'm like, hey, does anything I do make you uncomfortable? Like, are you not? Another question I like to ask is, are you not telling me what's making you uncomfortable in fear of thinking that I'm gonna not like you for it? Because a lot of people, again, have experienced the fact that if you tell someone the truth, they will not like you for it. However, with me, I prefer that. Because if you don't, it just pisses me off later on when people just hold the truth for so long and things end up getting worse. Just don't fucking hold the truth. Just let it out, for fuck's sakes. Even if it does leave a burn, it's better than burning the house down.
Peer pressure to participate in these unsavory activities, because if you don't, then you're gonna get booted out of that clique, and then it's suddenly a you versus them situation.
Yeah. Let's I really don't know how this happens. I don't. Again, I'm someone who's never collabed before. I am someone who's never got into any sort of connection with any other VTuber. I like to lone wolf it for now. But again, Mono, you're the friend in the squad who is crackhead that can be smart when not a crack. This is true, Knight. This is true. I used to have a lot of friends who would say, I'm a crazy lunatic, but at dire or serious situations, I'm like the quote-unquote biggest guy that's standing out. It used to happen a lot. The reason why is because, again, I respect everyone equally. I treat everyone the way I want to be treated. Let's just say. With respect, of course, sometimes I might be a lunatic and whatnot, be an idiot or whatnot. But again, everyone's usually just trying to have fun. We're all trying to have fun. We're not trying to fucking break our own necks. We're just trying to have fun. That's it. Kenji himself, he does attract a lot of hate. It's not surprising. The way he acts and everything, it attracts a lot of hate. However, that man is a real. He's real to himself and he's true to himself. I hope. Kenji, I'm looking at you. But again, I do respect him for how real he stays and whatnot, for how truthful he is, and how he doesn't really hide any single bad behavior thought behind his head. Again, respect to that man right there. I've streamed for 4 hours. I know. We're trying to break the record sometimes.